Hello everyone, and welcome. Today, we're sharing essential tips for seniors to improve their food storage habits. As we age, maintaining good health becomes even more important, and proper food storage plays a vital role. Many people believe refrigeration is suitable for all foods, but surprisingly, some foods fare better outside the fridge. Misplacing these items can diminish their flavor, texture, and nutritional value, and sometimes even pose health risks. In this guide, we'll reveal 9 common foods you should never refrigerate, explaining why. From tomatoes to garlic, each has specific storage needs. For example, refrigerating tomatoes can make them mealy and dull their flavor, while garlic stored in the fridge can sprout and lose its pungency. Bread can become stale faster in cold environments, and honey may crystallize. Understanding how to store these foods correctly can help preserve their freshness, taste, and health benefits. This is especially important for seniors who might be more vulnerable to food spoilage or nutritional deficiencies. Small adjustments in storage practices can make a significant difference in your daily diet and overall well-being. We aim to help you avoid common mistakes and make smarter choices in your kitchen. Proper storage ensures your food remains safe, nutritious, and delicious, reducing waste and saving money. So, stay with us as we explore these 9 foods and how to store them properly. By the end, you'll know exactly which items to keep out of the fridge and how to maximize their shelf life and flavor. Let's ensure your kitchen is a safe, healthy space for you and your loved ones. Now, let's get started. Food 1. Tomatoes *. Tomatoes are a staple in many households, loved for their juicy, vibrant flavor and versatility. However, there's a common misconception that refrigerating tomatoes helps keep them fresh longer. In reality, storing tomatoes in the fridge can have adverse effects. Cold temperatures cause the delicate cells inside the fruit to break down, resulting in a mushy, mealy texture that's unpleasant to eat. Their flavor diminishes as well. Refrigeration suppresses the natural aroma compounds that give tomatoes their characteristic taste, leaving them bland. Moreover, refrigeration can also affect their nutritional value. Lycopene, the powerful antioxidant in tomatoes, can degrade when exposed to cold temperatures, reducing the health benefits. For optimal flavor, texture, and nutrition, keep tomatoes at room temperature, in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. A bowl on the countertop or a fruit basket is ideal. If your tomatoes are fully ripe and you want to prolong their freshness, refrigerate them for only a day or 2, but it's best to consume them quickly. Unripe tomatoes should never be refrigerated, as cold temperatures halt their ripening process, leaving them hard and flavorless. To ripen tomatoes evenly, place them in a paper bag at room temperature. Remember, the goal is to preserve their flavor and nutritional content, something refrigeration hampers. Proper storage helps you enjoy tomatoes at their best and boosts your health by maximizing their antioxidants. Food 2. Onions. Onions are essential in many dishes, adding flavor and aroma, but many people make the mistake of refrigerating them. Cold, humid environments cause onions to sprout or develop mold more quickly. Refrigeration can also make their texture soft and rubbery, which is not ideal for cooking or raw use. Another issue is the strong odor onions emit. When stored in the fridge, their pungent smell can transfer to other foods, such as bread, cheese, or deli meats, making everything smell unpleasant. To keep onions fresh and flavorful, store them in a cool, dry, well-ventilated place, like a pantry or a basket on the counter. Keep them away from potatoes, as the gases they emit can cause spoilage faster. If onions start sprouting or develop soft spots, use them quickly. Sprouted onions are still edible, but have a different flavor. Soft onions should be discarded to prevent spoilage. You can peel and chop onions in advance and store them in airtight containers in the fridge for a short period, but use them promptly to maintain freshness. Proper storage in a cool, dry, ventilated space preserves their flavor and extends shelf life. Avoid refrigerating whole onions unless they're peeled or chopped. Knowing how to store onions correctly can prevent waste, save money, and keep your dishes flavorful. Food 3. Garlic *. Garlic is a kitchen essential with its pungent aroma and health benefits, but many people keep it in the fridge. This is a mistake cold and humid environments cause garlic to sprout and develop mold faster. Refrigeration also alters its texture, making cloves rubbery and reducing flavor potency. Storing garlic in the fridge can also cause it to absorb moisture, which promotes mold growth and spoilage. The best way to store garlic is in a cool, dark, dry place with good air circulation, such as a mesh bag or basket in the pantry. Keep garlic away from direct sunlight and humidity to prevent sprouting and mold. If you notice garlic starting to sprout, it's still usable, but the flavor is milder. Soft or moldy garlic should be discarded. For longer storage, you can peel and chop garlic, then freeze it in an airtight container for cooking convenience. However, whole garlic bulbs stay fresh longer when stored properly outside the fridge. Proper storage of garlic preserves its flavor, aroma, and health benefits. Avoid refrigeration unless garlic has been peeled or chopped, in which case it should be used within a few days. Knowing the best way to store garlic ensures your dishes remain flavorful and your garlic stays fresh longer. Food 4. Bread * bread is a staple in many households, but refrigerating it can do more harm than good. Cold temperatures cause bread to become stale faster because the starch molecules recrystallize when exposed to cold, leading to a dry, crumbly texture. This process is called retrogradation, and it makes your bread hard and less enjoyable to eat. To keep bread fresh longer, store it at room temperature in a bread box or a paper bag. This allows the bread to breathe and maintain its soft texture if you want. To extend its shelf life, you can freeze bread in an airtight bag. When properly frozen, bread can last several months and be thawed as needed. Avoid storing bread in the fridge unless it's hot and humid outside, which can cause mold. However, refrigeration should be avoided because it accelerates staling. For best taste, slice the bread and toast or warm it before eating. This restores some of the moisture and makes it more enjoyable. In summary, proper bread storage preserves its softness and flavor. Keep bread in a cool, dry place, and freeze if you need it to last longer. Knowing how to store bread correctly helps prevent waste and keeps your bread tasting fresh. Food 5. Honey * honey is a natural sweetener loved for its long shelf life and health benefits. Many people keep it in the fridge, but this is unnecessary and can cause issues. Cold temperatures cause honey to crystallize, turning it into a thick, grainy paste that's hard to pour and spread. While crystallized honey is still edible, it loses its smooth, liquid consistency. The best way to store honey is in an airtight container at room temperature, away from direct sunlight. This preserves its liquid form and maintains its flavor and medicinal properties. Honey is naturally antibacterial and resists spoilage, so refrigeration isn't needed. If your honey crystallizes, you can gently warm the jar in warm water or microwave it briefly to return it to a liquid state. Avoid overheating, as high temperatures can damage its delicate enzymes. Proper storage ensures honey remains smooth, flavorful, and easy to use whenever you need it. Food 6. Avocados are a favorite for their creamy texture and healthy fats, but many store them improperly. Refrigerating unripe avocados halts their ripening process, leaving them hard and flavorless. To ripen avocados faster, keep them at room temperature, out of direct sunlight, until they yield slightly to gentle pressure. Once ripe, you can refrigerate them to slow further ripening and extend freshness for a few days. Refrigeration of ripe avocados prevents overripening, but if stored too early, it can interfere with their flavor and texture. Once cut, sprinkle lemon juice on the flesh to prevent browning and store in an airtight container in the fridge. Ripe, cut avocados should be consumed within a day or two for best flavor and safety. Proper storage helps you enjoy ripe, flavorful avocados while minimizing waste. Remember, patience is key for unripe avocados, and refrigeration is best reserved for ripe or cut fruit to prolong freshness. Food 7. Apples are a popular snack and ingredient, but storing them improperly can shorten their shelf life. Refrigerating apples slows down ripening and microbial growth, keeping them fresh longer. However, if apples are already ripe, refrigerating preserves their firmness and flavor. Store apples in the crisper drawer or in a plastic bag with small holes to allow airflow. Keep them away from strong-smelling foods, as apples can absorb odors. Check regularly for any spoiled or soft apples and remove them promptly to prevent spoilage of others. If you prefer softer apples for baking or cooking, you can leave them at room temperature and use them quickly. Proper storage helps apples stay crisp, juicy, and flavorful longer, whether fresh or for cooking. Food 8. Bananas are a quick snack and versatile ingredient, but many store them improperly. Keeping bananas in the fridge can cause the skin to turn brown and develop dark spots prematurely, although the fruit inside remains edible. Cold temperatures slow ripening but also damage the skin's appearance. For ripening, keep bananas at room temperature until they reach your preferred ripeness. Once ripe, refrigerate them to slow further ripening. The skin may turn brown, but the fruit inside stays fresh longer. To prevent bruising, handle bananas gently and keep them in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. If you want to ripen bananas faster, place them in a paper bag with an apple or tomato. Proper storage helps you enjoy sweet, ripe bananas while minimizing waste. Food 9. Potatoes are a versatile staple, but refrigerating them is a common mistake. Cold temperatures convert starch into sugar, resulting in a sweet taste and gritty texture when cooked. Additionally, refrigeration promotes the formation of acrylamide, a potentially harmful. The best way to store potatoes is in a cool, dark, well-ventilated place like a pantry or cellar. Keep them away from onions, as they emit gases that can accelerate spoilage. Avoid storing potatoes in plastic bags. Use paper or mesh bags instead to allow airflow. Check regularly and remove any sprouted or spoiled potatoes. Proper storage preserves their flavor, texture, and nutritional value, and prevents waste. Remember, refrigerate only cooked or peeled potatoes if needed. Food 10. Citrus fruits ***. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and limes are refreshing and nutritious, but storing them improperly can reduce their juiciness and flavor. Keep citrus at room temperature for up to a week to enjoy peak freshness. For longer storage, refrigerate citrus fruits in a crisper drawer, where they can last for several weeks. Avoid washing them before storing to prevent mold growth. When ready to use, wash thoroughly. Proper storage preserves their flavor, juiciness, and vitamin content. Citrus fruits are best enjoyed fresh, and refrigeration extends their shelf life without sacrificing quality. Food 11. Fresh herbs ***. Fresh herbs like parsley, cilantro, and basil add flavor and color to your meals, but they spoil quickly if stored improperly. To keep herbs fresh longer, trim the stems and place them in a jar of water like flowers. Cover loosely with a plastic bag and refrigerate. Basil, however, prefers room temperature and should be kept out of the fridge to prevent blackening. Alternatively, herbs can be wrapped in a damp paper towel and placed in a plastic bag in the fridge. Use within a few days for best flavor. Proper storage preserves their aroma and freshness, making your dishes taste better and reducing waste.